Has some problems because where it's scars and bleeding in the brain for a time, but yeah, trying to recover.
Did you have any communication with Golder during that period where he said,
No.
you know, we're going to take care of this?
No, I trust them, so I don't
You
have
trust him.
I don't have any problem
Okay,
with
that's
that.
the whole thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's the whole deal.
man, I'm
Okay.
already in touch with this guy for 40 years, more than a marriage.
No, I know. Well, let me tell you that when I went to Crystal with Ricardo and the gang, I had liver stones again.
Oh,
I was there. The whole
painful.
it was very painful. I'd had it for, let's see, I'd had it for 4 months. I was going to go get the scan, and when Ricardo contacted Antarel, and it was the same thing. The ship was over the thing, and we were, and it was flashing. I got home and there was nothing. I thought, what happened? I can't feel it. I've been feeling it for
No,
6
that's
months.
good.
It's gone. It was totally gone. And I thought, well, that's weird. It's gone. I didn't do anything. It's just sort of gone. But I never questioned it. I just thought that's part of the deal. So just
Well, it's
accept
process.
it.
And I
Yeah,
think
okay.
it's important for you to tell, because you haven't told just.
The prophecies,
maybe
right?
The latest contact with Godard in 2008.
Yeah, I'm going, go
Yeah.
there. I
Okay.
mean, go there.
All right,
Try
all
to
right.
go there in your
So
thing.
that-
Okay,
Paula, I
good.
guess a question, did you want to break this up into two, go to lunch, come back?
No, just keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what I'm gonna do. I haven't figured it out yet, so.
Okay, so let's go to,
You said why they're here, the agenda. They're
Excellent.
not here to get emotions. They're not here to inhabit the planet.
No.
They're not here to take over our political system.
No.
I think they're not even
No.
interested in that.
no, they don't need it. At the moment you have the technology they have, the universe outside is a free supermarket. If you need the metals, if you need food, if you need whatever, okay, with this technology, you're going to go to, my God, have metals for whatever asteroid, whatever planet outside. You don't need to ask for it because it's just going and take it. If you're going to need food, come to planet Earth. If you want to take some seeds and you're going to multiply completely that food in your planet and you have for everybody. So in regards to technology and possibilities, they have everything. So this has become an issue. At the moment a society is able to reach this kind of level of advancement, what kind of motivations they're going to have? Because in regards to having everything satisfied, everything in order, everything in place, everything running the way they need, what else they need?
So what is the agenda?
Exactly. At the moment a society starts to develop this kind of structure, they need to maintain it. They need to find a way to be able to keep the whole universe, all the societies in the same level, in peace and without risks or threats. We are a threat.
We are a threat to their society because
Exactly.
we are not on the level they are.
Not only that, so why they came here? Oh, because they need to learn how to feel. No. Because we're going to blow ourselves. No. If we decided to destroy a planet Earth, we're going to just be a piece of junk in the middle of space and that's it, nothing else. But, as I told you before, the only way to be able to reach space outside is you're going to be able to start to manipulate the space-time continuum.
Right.
Because that's the only way you're going to be reaching planets or
Right.
systems outside of the solar system.
Right.
So we are doing this right now.
We are messing with this technology of reaching planets from the, and it is
No.
of
Right
the
now,
space-time.
right now, we have the technology to be able to teleport
Well, yes,
a photon from one point to another.
another.
Now, not too long ago, we were able to do an atom from one point to another. So we are developing already the technology to be able to change the space-time continuum in order to be able to go from one point to another. If we're able to do that, and the type of society we are
We're a
right now,
threat.
means the possibility to go back to in time and change the whole structure of the universe. Do they want that? No way, Jose. Why? Because they're going to put in jeopardy the type of society that we're able to to build all over this thousands of years for one single society who can mess up everything and blow up the whole universe? No way. No way.
So we're a threat. I have to rephrase this. We are a threat because we're starting to develop the technologies that could mess up their progress,
universe.
the balance of the universe,
Exactly.
the equilibrium of this
Exactly.
universe that they have, that they're living in right now.
They're visiting our planet for thousands of years. So if we have a society with no principles, no values, no nothing, and we're going to be able to go to the past or change, in this case, the future, my God, we are affecting automatically the societies who has been visiting this planet from a long time ago. So you are changing the current present for them. You are going to allow to do that? No.
Okay, is the CERN a super collider in Switzerland a problem for them?
No, it's not a problem, but it's exactly the proof that our technology is moving towards that kind of
Have
purpose.
has Goldar mentioned the super collider? in
Yeah.
Switzerland? He has mentioned. What did he say about it?
It's part of our development, it's part of the process of evolution. But the problem is that we need to align our principles and values with the same time of knowledge, the same time of development. And this is what is not happening right now. We're killing each other. We have a bunch of ISIS already, my God, providing genocides already in those places in the Middle East. How can we? What kind of world we are in right now?
Okay, there's the mad scientists over here and the primitive people over here and the
Yeah.
spiritual people over here that do get it. And the people that do get it, how can they affect this other group? How can they affect it? Were you given some ideas?
Okay, yes. First, the extraterrestrials, they had a problem that come towards the human race, appeared and say, humans, stop and thinking. Right now, UFO researchers, they are not helping the extraterrestrial beings in any way. You can be the next victim. That's exactly what they are pointing right now. We have Independence Day movie, we have Far in the
Yes.
Sky, we have all this kind. So
Right.
we have already a paranoia in regards to the extraterrestrial beings. If they decided to appear in each capital of this planet,
Yes.
what is the first thought
An
everybody's going to
invasion.
have?
I've
An
been there.
invasion. They're going to take care
Invasion.
of it.
I've
So,
said this over and
okay,
over again.
that's
Yeah.
the point. Another point, it will be if that's not happening, and they decided to come to United Nations and talk to everybody,
Yes.
and show all the power they have,
Mhm.
the human race will trust them, or they will think that there's already another intentions under the table. What exactly they want cannot be that way. So for sure they have something else behind. they
Because
want
that's
to
what
try.
we think.
Exactly. So they don't have the chance to have a specific approach at this moment to the human race because we are not mature enough to be able to hold that. So they need to have somebody here to become the advocate of them
Okay.
and be able to prove and show exactly what they are looking for and what they are capable to do for the human race.
Okay.
But in order to do that, we need to create the conditions to start this kind of relationship. So for them, appearing, be filmed, recorded, contacts, abductions or whatever, they have been already trying to make our generations used to with the idea
The
that they
acclamation
are
of this.
excited.
That they're real and they're here and they're visitors. Okay.
Exactly, and we need to change. We need to, my God, switch our mind in a way to understand that we cannot transfer our fears, our miseries to them because they're completely different. They are not us. They are a society
not
that
us.
is completely different. How are we going to be able to understand them if we don't understand each other? There's no way. It's not possible. And this is exactly what we need to understand. When you're saying, oh, really, yeah, this sacred words and this kind of a spiritual level of consciousness because the Archangel Gabriel, because...
But we attach it still to religion because we can't get off it.
Exactly.
Because that's the box that we put everything in. Because I think my theory is that the box keeps us sane. So we have to put it in a box. Otherwise, if it's outside the box, we have no frame of reference.
But this is exactly the point. The challenge is to be able to move
Outside the box.
outside the box.
And
start-
then it's a new box
Exactly. And who's willing to
to do the new box.
to do that?
What are you gonna do?
What is going to happen is that at one point in 1974, Goddard gave me the whole story of our world until 2014.
Okay.
So what is going to happen and how it's going to be.
Mhm.
2014 to 2016, the human race is going to establish the path to follow for the future.
Okay.
So in this period of time, the human race is going to define if it's going to be worth to work for or it's not going to be worth to work for.
Okay.
So that means that if the human race is not
Worth it.
exactly, so we have the rest to be eliminated.
Okay.
So they can transform the planet Earth in a beautiful paradise for all the animals and creatures existing here, removing the most horrible virus this
Which
planet
is us.
has. Us.
But it's not everybody. So, you know, my theory, I mean, I'm thinking, are there ways in which the people, and it's not just us here, there's people in Russia and Africa
Oh, yeah.
and other countries
Yeah.
that are the people that are trying to change the paradigm. Are we going down with the humans?
It's exactly like you tell me here. Okay, we have these guys who crashed September 11, the two buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me that those guys, they were bad? Under what kind of point of view?
I'm trying to understand the reasoning. They are, but it's violence. We're dealing with violence.
Doesn't matter.
and-
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
In other words,
Under-
we're all the same.
Under what kind of point of view you can say those guys are murderers? Because they are in a war. They're already in a war. They have already their own personal beliefs. And following those personal beliefs, they're going to heaven. They're crashing.
No, we're
already here.
talking about the Muslim, the
Exactly.
ISIS and that group.
So
Yeah.
it's the same thing. So under what point of view you're going to judge each person? You're going to see this is worth, this is not worthy, this
No,
is
the
going
point
to
of view is the ones that think about humanity in general are in service to humanity, not religion or spirituality.
But
You know,
that's the
the
point.
humanity, in service to
Who is
humanity.
capable to establish a real neutral criteria in regards to what in fact think and what in fact believe? This is actually the problem. The human race, in whatever way, you're going to see this is the good guys, this is the bad guys. Under what point of view?
But I never think of good and bad, so it's not easy for me, because I just think people are the way they are in that sense.
Exactly.
They are the way they are in that sense.
So there need to be in our planet a different type of human being, absolutely tired of this stupid
So how do we
situation.
get that?
We need to find it.
Do you
That's
think
it.
it's through the children and the changing of the DNA?
That was my job. My job was exactly be part of this kind of possibility to find. Until 2014, my experience, all the stories, all the experiences, all the people I touched around more than 40 years, they should in some way put this kind of reflection or this kind of consideration towards the world. And after 2016, see what it will be possible to do. I need to see Goddard in December this year. In
So
order-
what we're dealing, can I restate?
Yeah.
It's like you did the seeds, you planted the seeds, you want to see what the flowers are in
You got it.
2016,
After.
after
2000.
2016.
Yeah.
So you planted the seeds, and are there other people that planted the seeds too somewhere else?
Possible.
Yeah, people that planted the seeds.
Possible.
And we'll see what flowers come up in 2016.
Need to be if the process being developed right, need to be a convergent. We need to find each other.
We need to find each other without catastrophe, though. Because you find you get religion immediately when you have an earthquake. Everybody's together, it's kumbaya, and everybody loves each
yeah,
other.
absolutely.
We don't want a catastrophe to bring everybody together, do we?
And sometimes can be the catastrophe the way we're going to be able to gather each other.
Oh, I hate to see that go, because so many people would die.
Unfortunately, check it out. You have
I
6
know.
billion
I
people
know,
already on this
I
planet.
hate to see it, but I don't want to do it that way. If we could do it another
Nobody-
way, I'd rather do it another way.
Nobody wants to do
So,
that way.
so right now, you've done what you can do,
Until now.
which humanly possibly you could do, even
Until
with the
now.
groups that you are involved with. And you're going to get the next instructions in 2016 of December.
December.
And he gave you the dates.
Not yet.
But you know it's December.
Yeah, December.
Okay, because it's so long and I have to digest this, I can't just, it's like food, it has to go
I
down.
know.
What would you like to say to people if you had the opportunity to talk to people? And I have the camera ready for this. What is, and it has to be simple,
I know.
it has to be short, and it has to be something that they can do. So what would you say to the human race or people?
For the first time in our history, the possibility for a new world and a new life is open. Totally open for all of us. It's going to be for us to take it or not.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
If you can take it and then
So if you want to have a better life, fight for it.
I know. You know, the only reason and I will put it out the way you said, the only reason that I'm reacting is that was the message that the ET gave Colonel Philip Corso in White Sands, New Mexico. And when I met Colonel Philip Corso in 1997, he wrote on a napkin, "A new world if you can take it." And he said, "Do you know what this means?" And I said, "I have no idea." I don't know what those mean.
Paola,
It's a
also,
world, yeah, it's a world that we choose to transform and change through change, just changing the world views, just changing. It's one of the biggest rules in the universe is treat others and their families and all life as you would like to be treated.
Well, that was Christ's
Treat
message. That was the
everything
golden rule.
with
Yeah.
respect.
Mhm.
If all of us were to take that on ourselves and treat everybody, everything, all life forms, including animals, as we would like to be treated, this world could change in a very short time.
Absolutely.
It's just unfortunate that there are certain groups out there,
They don't want it.
they don't want it because they are making multi-billions of dollars off of the things being the way they are now.
Or they're fanatics in
Yeah.
their religions and beliefs.
Yeah,
One of
they're
the-
in the box.
Yeah, one
They're
of
in
the-
the old box. They can't come out of it.
Yeah, one of the Rockefellers had said, there's more money to be made in 10 years, there's more money to be made in 1 day of war than in 10 years of peace. That basically tells you a lot about how the society, people, and
Being
everything is
influenced,
being manipulated.
Yeah.
But you know what? We don't have to follow that pattern. We could switch and say, you know,
Enough.
that's not going to be my pattern. And we move away from that pattern.
But you
These
need
people
to-
already have more money, pardon me.
You need to love life more than yourself.
What is the position of love with Goldar? I mean, is that a controlling emotion of the universe, or is that a controlling technology? Or what's love is
the capability to understand the meaning of everything around you.
Okay, that's love,
That's love.
and respect it too, and respect
Comes
everyone.
with automatically. If you understand it, one of the points here when I was over there and asked Godard, do you have laws? Do you have police? Do you have things like that? He said, no. I said, how? You keep the control. At the moment you know, you don't need control. Because you know what to do, when to do, and how to do. That's education.
Is there any deviation from that? I mean, do they have deviance? Everybody's on the same wavelength.
The way they run their society allows to everybody to know what needs to know and how to know in absolutely freedom. They don't need to control anyone because everybody knows what means respect, what means duty, what means responsibility, and what means develop and knowledge. Absolutely.
Okay, now, if everybody wanted to know more about this,
Yeah.
and everybody wanted to do, what's written in English that they could read?
My book
Is in
is
English?
already in English in the internet for free who wants to find it.
Okay, and it's called?
Sowers of Life.
Okay. Swords of Life. And your encounters with Godar in Apu
Yep.
is in there?
Yep.
Okay.
Paola,
I can do
I
a
would
lot
like
with
to
that.
add that it's very coincidental that the next meeting, Veronica is going to be with Godard on December 2016 this year. Was the most important event in the United States.
November.
Presidential
Election.
elections in November.
Yeah, but I don't think the presidential elections are the ones that dictate the planetary situation. That's just the United States of America, which is in decline.
Which is the consequences of the geopolitical arena are long term that we're facing it right now, and the legacy of the United States right now is terrorism and financial crisis. Good enough to understand.
You mean the
situation.
financial question, but not the presidency necessarily.
No, who's going to be leading? That's very important as well.
I mean, in other words, there's an influx in the social and the economic thing, and whoever's going to be president is going to be in charge of that.
Definitely. That's what we have the legacy of terrorism and financial instability right now, which was already predicted by
The
the
Gold
extraterrestrials in 1974.
Did
That's
they
all I would like
predict
to
which
say.
one's going to win the election too? Because, I mean, you know, the thing is, I don't think America is that great anymore. I don't think it comes out of America anymore. I think it's coming out of other countries that are much more powerful than America. Our eyes are on America because it's here, but
One
there's...
of the most important points also in regards to the future, yes, and that's also in my book, is that the extraterrestrial predict the immigration of people from the Middle East and other countries to Europe.
Yeah, like Germany, and I know, like,
So you
it's
have,
like...
you only last year, 2015, came to Europe more than 1 million.
Refugees,
Exactly, refugees.
from
What kind of-
Syria, Albania,
Okay,
Romania.
check it out this. What kind of people? They are coming to Germany, they are coming to Spain, they are coming to the country. How long is it going to take for these people to learn the language? How long these people they are going to be able to integrate into those societies? Having already this kind of relations, extremely radical and extremely fanatic.
Do you think that a lot of the immigrants are fanatic and radical? That are coming, so
If-
like Trump is almost
If the terrorists
Mhm.
will able to look for an opportunity to be able to invade and destroy Europe and the Occidental countries, anything better than have already a open immigration to those countries?
So in a way, Trump is right.
I don't think so. I disagree with that.
Mhm.
It's not the cause. What I'm saying is, and going back to the consequences of the long-term miscalculations on the Middle East of a superpower that has the
Yeah.
highest military power in the world has been misused. Therefore, we have these consequences. So it's easy for any wannabe politician, that this billionaire from New York, that wants to jump on that and polarize the situation in the United States. So I think it's very coincidental, I just say coincidental again, that the encounter is going to be in December, right after the elections, because the gravitas, the heavyweight of a superpower like the United States is very important to lead or to mislead the world. And that is what I would like to add.
What you
Yeah,
what-
in other words, that's one of the key points in the timeline.
They're going to keep us on the
It's a key
timeline.
in the timeline.
And there are
Also-
other politicians who are very honest also in the United States. I won't say the name. They are working hard.
No, I
They
know,
have a
Bernie
record
Sanders
on
is
that.
right out here.
You know.
I know, I saw your thing of Bernie Sanders.
the social consequences of the
Yeah.
immigration right now, you're not going to see right now. You're going to see in the next few years.
Right.
Because All these people need to survive, all these people need to eat, all these people need to have, in whatever way, fit it in this kind of societies. This is not going to happen. This is not going to happen. These people will need to survive. How? So
One culture takes over another.
not only that, you're going to have violence, you're going to have robbery, you're going to have a lot of issues with security and also stability in those countries. So the world you know now is not going to be in the next 5-10 years.
Is that why you guys are living in Canada? Is Canada like exempt from this?
No. Everybody is going to suffer in some way or another, in different levels. But this is actually what the extraterrestrials saw. This is actually when the planet Earth is going to define its path. This is when the planet Earth is going to define what, in fact, to do for the future.
So it's a key point in the timeline.
Absolutely.
And what are you gonna do? I mean, it's like when you get the message from Goldar on the 16th, not 16th, I'm like thinking,
Follow
whatever.
Follow
In
what,
December.
follow what the
December.
information is going to be.
So, but I'm not saying about what are you going to do. How are you going to disseminate it?
I will be able to get from him the options I'm going to have available. The same
Okay.
way I had before.
Okay, well, is there any way we could work out something? So I fly back on the in December of 2000. Are you
Sure.
willing to talk about it? Or is it,
Once-
it's not top secret in
No,
other
no, no,
words?
no, no. Once
None of
already
this
the
is top
information is
secret.
coming, I will let you know.
Okay, and I could fly back in December of 2016 and all I'll do is disseminate it. I mean, that's all I can
We should
do
see.
anyways.
I don't have, honestly, I don't have a clue.
Okay.
I don't have a clue
All right.
as to what is going to be.
In
or
other
what's
words, you
going
can
to
keep
happen.
it for yourself, go home, watch TV, eat, and just keep everything for yourself, or you can find a way to get it to the people that it matters, right?
No, there's no way. The extraterrestrials did a wonderful job with me in this case. Allow me to see a lot of stuff and I'm able to sit down and forget it. No way.
No, but I'm saying you have the choice to do this or this.
The choice is going to be do it or not.
Okay.
That's going to be the only option.
Okay, well, let's just set an intention that there's hope.
Always. That's
There's
all.
always, because in the
Always.
quantum field, all you have to do is change a couple of things, and meditation, prayer, getting together in groups, and everything does work. I do believe that.
Susie is working with me for, how, 12 years?
13.
13 years. Everything what I said to her, and also for the group,
Mm-hmm.
one step by one, everything happened. Everything happened.
Mm-hmm.
So this means until now, I used to have a know what to expect, but now
You don't.
I don't.
I know.
I cannot say, oh, next year is going to happen this and going to happen that. I don't know.
I guess my question is not so much what's going to happen, is how can I help you? In other words, how can I
Let's
do
go.
something?
Let's go to give the package and see what is hiding inside.
Okay.
That's going
All
to
right.
be the
All right.
best option.
You
Yeah.
are already opening minds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
No.
are already, by what you do,
Yeah.
you are already opening minds. You are on track.
Yeah.
As you can see,
But I want to help. I mean,
Yes,
I can't just sit here. This is not fun. It's not entertainment.
The
I'm not having a good
exercises-
time.
the extraterrestrials are very straightforward.
Yeah.
So there's no, oh yes, we're going to sit here, we're going to meditate, and we're going to go and mentalize 10 times or 20 times or 50 times, whatever, and make a chain of vibration, positive vibration. My God, check it out. These people,
They don't do that right.
How many people are making chains of positive vibration for the last 10, 20 years? And check it out how the world is. Didn't work, eh?
Well, we don't know what the alternative would have been. So I don't know whether it worked because I don't know what the alternative on another timeline
Do you
would have
think
been.
could it be worse?
No, I think, yeah. I think we could have, no, it's not that it worse, it would have accelerated the destruction.
No.
No, you don't believe that?
No, no. So you know why? Because everything what is happening is exactly following what the extraterrestrials told. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. I wrote in my book in regards to September 11, and I put exactly where and when it will happen. My
Publisher.
publisher asked me to take it away. Because he said, if this information comes this way, you're going to have the intelligence service already knocking your door the next day to know exactly how were you able to know about this. Forget it. No way.
The J.J. Benitez knew about that?
Exactly. And J.J. Benitez knew about that. I gave Benitez exactly the whole...
Are you still in contact with J.J. Benitez?
Once in a while, yeah. The last time I was able to see him and talk to him was 10 years ago.
I know, you know what it is, Veronica, I think that if they contact anybody, they want you to do something, and it can't be for nothing. I mean, they want you to do something, including me. I mean, I'm not gonna stand there and say I'm not doing anything. That's the only reason. They knew they were gonna get the most for their money when they did me. They said, we'll grab this one is gonna go and do everything that she's supposed to do. She's not gonna sit there and go, oh, I just, had this contact, I became a contactee, I'm a guru and everything. They knew I was gonna work. They know I was gonna work.
This is what I'm doing for the last 40 years.
So just work. But we gotta be working towards something. There's gotta be some part of this that's hopeful. There's gotta be some part of it that transforms something. And you mentioned children, so I don't even know where to go with that. The change of the DNA and the genetic code of the human is one way to have that happen. No? They're not gonna, that isn't, it's positive choice of picking the right road. Is that the only way to go?
It's a matter of consciousness. It's a matter of...
Consciousness.
Exactly. Perception.
In other words, wake up and see and smell the roses. Yes,
when a person increases in consciousness, their DNA starts shifting and changing into a higher realm of understanding.
Okay.
With the groups, one of the things that affects the groups is when we're in contact with extraterrestrials, they have a higher consciousness than human beings, a much higher one. The resonance of their consciousness and their being and their helping humanity changes us. It opens our minds more. We become more aware, more sensitive, more perceptive to everything. And we have a greater understanding when we see things. We can look at things from a 360 degree view rather than just seeing what's in front of our nose. We can see things from all directions and see what is it like to walk in your shoes? What is it like to walk with someone else's shoes? What is it like to walk 10 feet in someone else's shoes?
The raising consciousness that you're not talking about, I'm very well aware. Can I ask if there are more women than men in your group?
No, not really.
No.
Was there a balance of men and women in
Yeah.
your group?
Yeah.
Because I find that the people I've talked to lately in the realm of consciousness are more women than men.
No. We
No?
have
Women are smarter.
No, apart from that. Well, anyway, I could go on forever, but let's end this just because we're human beings and we're starving, and I'm always thinking about food. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I want to thank you too, Susie, so much for giving us your time. And
you have my
just,
phone number.
I have your phone number. Just know that this is not entertainment for me. That it's a very huge responsibility that like you, I feel I have the weight of the world on my shoulders. And I'm just going to do what I can do, but I hope to have some guidance. And I thank you. I don't want to give you a hug, if it's okay.
No worries.
So much. I appreciate it. Okay.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Because you are going to be a medium with all this information also is going to go.
Well, I'm doing my best, and I promise you that it will go. I just have to figure out how I can do it, in what places.
You will find a way.
Yeah.